race again was Jimmy Hensley. We saw him blow an engine, and he's right down there now with Chris Economy.
I'm sitting here with Jimmy Hensley. You hear me, Jimmy?
Yeah, I hear you pretty good.
Why are you here? Why not you out on the track?
Well, we had a little problem. I think we couldn't left rear tire down. We thought the motor, everybody thought the motor blew because a lot of smoke, but I think the left rear tire cut down and caused me a spin going in turn one. You know, got the wall pretty hard. I hate it for Jimmy Means. You know, he got hurt Wednesday in practice, and he gave me an opportunity to drive his car, and I hate it for Napa Auto Parts in first race, but you know, we're just hanging on to the lead draft, you know, just running pretty decent. But
Jimmy, we've seen cars hit the wall 100 times. What is it like in the cockpit when one of those things backs into the wall and comes to a sudden stop on the part of the driver?
It's a pretty good joke. You know, like falling off a two-story building on your back or something. It's a pretty hard hit. But, you know, fortunately, I didn't get hurt. You know, I got hurt here last year, but this particular time, you know, everything's intact and just bruised up a little, but I'm fine.
You've been watching the race today. How do you think it's going? You got any ideas on who might wind up winners?
I tell you, the lead draft looked like that black car's still running pretty good. He's won about everything down here this week. He's going to be pretty tough, I think, today.
Thank you for coming by, Jimmy Hensley. Better luck next time. And now, back topside to Ken Squire.
Take a look a moment ago at Earnhardt having a little bit of a problem here, and only a master would have made this save.
Again, this is the first time all week I've seen this car slip. Look at the back end jumping around on this race car. That's the first time since we've been here we've seen a loose condition or whatever caused it on that car. He had his hands full. Hillen took the lead, but here he comes right back.
Well, he doesn't want to stay down there long. And Neil, you wonder, you know, most of them only change the right side tire during the pit stop. And those left side tires take a pretty good beating here on this racetrack. They really put them to work, and you wonder if maybe they're getting a little hot and worn now, and that's causing the cars to slip around.
Ned, that's a good possibility. When we talk about these spoilers driving these cars down in the ground, they might get a little bit more tire wear than anticipated. So I think you'll see them going maybe 4, surely lefts when the next stop.
The man on the move, however, is Bobby Hillen, driving like a man possessed. And indeed he is. For this morning he had a Valentine's car from brand new 2-week-old son, Luke. Big day for Bobby Hillen. Luke's back watching him right now, North Carolina, Mother Kim, and hoping this is going to turn their way with the Don Livy team. We'll be back with more live exclusive coverage of the Daytona 500 on CBS Sports after this message and a word from your local station. Take a look at these leaders. Earnhardt, Hillen, Bodine, Schrader, Michael Waltrip in the top 5 after 83 laps have been completed. And further back, Elliott, Kyle Petty, Jarrett, Morgan Shepherd, Ernie Irvan. How good a race is it? Consider this. We're not halfway. And there have been 22 lead changes. A year ago, 15 lead changes in the entire race. Here you see the rookie, Jeff Gordon, who had such an outstanding run and led in that very first lap. And now that car seems to be falling away. He's back in 19th position at the present time.
I don't think he's having a problem with the car. It was a pit stop. When he pitted, they were in contention, and I don't think they really got it back up and out quick enough.
Well, he ran with Dale Jarrett and Ernie Irvan in a draft, trying to catch the leaders for a little bit, Neil, but then the car appeared to get loose, and he eventually lost the draft, and now he's just running out there by himself and totally away from everybody else, and that really hurts.
Earnhardt stays in front, and look at Bodine dive to the bottom of the track. The 86 500 champion. He's coming.
In the 125s, Bodine was the man that could put the heat on Earnhardt. He's been one of the guys we felt like could race with him.
And Earnhardt also said after the race that his car felt better, more stable with Bodine following him than anyone else that followed him that day. So I'm sure he was happy to see Bodine pull up there, not beside of him. He'd like to see him pull up there and run along behind him.
That's what's unique about these cars. Everybody wants a Chevrolet to follow Chevrolet in the manufacturers. Ford follow Ford. But that driver, through the seat of his pants, can tell what is the best car to have behind him. He'll get him a good buddy, and they'll work together on this.
Kyle Petty is back in 5th. Schrader falls to 4th. Bobby Hillen 3rd. Schrader getting back in this mix.
2 other cars have gone a lap down. We have 34 cars in the lead lap. Kenny Wallace and Chad Little were just lapped a few laps ago. But still, a lot of cars in the lead lap as we approach the halfway mark.
34 cars as we come to halfway, and the top lap. It's quite a story. Here's David Hobbs.
Well, I'm down in Junie Dunleavy, Bobby Hillen's owner. Junie, you're having a pretty good run today. You're having a pretty good run today.
Oh, we're having a good time. High Lake Myers has put quite a bit of life into their team, and everything's looking real good.
You've had some interesting drivers over the career. This looks like one of your best choices.
Bobby is first class. We came down and tested with him. He ran quick, and he's running pretty good today.
Fords look good today.
If they get hooked up, they may be able to do something at the end of the race.
Well, there you have it. Junie Dunleavy from Richmond, Virginia, and now down to Mike Joy.
David, let's mention first Kenny Wallace. The rookie has broken a valve string. He's on 7 cylinders. Fuel mileage is very important. After a stop, the teams will weigh what gas is left in this can, calculate how much fuel was used, and when they'll have to stop again. They used to put this thing on a bathroom scale, but no more. They suspend it from this hook. An electronic transducer makes the reading. It goes up this wire to where nobody knows, only the race team, into a computer.
13th place, Ernie Irvan. 1991 500 champion on pit road. Went only 40 laps that time.
That compared with 50 laps the first time, Ken, but I'll tell you, he was beginning to slip back in the field a little bit. I expect those left side tires were really getting worn on him. They are changing all 4 tires on the car this time.
STP Race Cam giving us these pictures, and it's in 20 and 6/10 seconds that Ernie Irvan leaves the pits and gets back into the 35th Daytona 500.
It looks like you read that earlier. The tires have got to be giving them a little bit of trouble to make that quicker call.
What a great shot as they're coming to speed. You saw him stay below the white line there, Ned, and as he came out, began to blend in. That field just rolling down by him.
That shows you just how fast they are going. Now, he is a lap down now. Of course, others will have to pit within the next 10 laps if they got them full of fuel, and I expect most of them did, so most of them will expect to go to about the 100-lap mark, which would be halfway on this race.
When you have to make a move like this, the only thing you're hoping to say, man, let this thing go green for a while. But I tell you what's so frustrating about this thing, Ned, is you see those guys going by, you're going up to the gears, shifting, winding that motor hard as it'll go, and they're just driving by you like you're sitting still. And like I said, it takes over a lap to get them back up to full speed again.
They're saying he caught a tire. That's what brought him in.
Yeah, the car was getting looser and looser, so that he did have to come in earlier than he expected to.
Ernie Irvan.
A lot of race car drivers, if they have a flat or anything happens to that tire, they just say, I cut a tire. It's hard to get a real read on what happens. They might be worn out.
Now, are you surprised? We've only had 2 cautions, one for an engine, if you're just joining us, on Dick Trickle's car, and then Hensley crashed. This has been incident-free and such tight competition, Ned.
Still 33 cars in the lead lap. I'll tell you, that's amazing.